Just imagine, here you are, stopped in place. You and the surrounding vehicles are at a temporary halt, staring at a glowing red circle, waiting for it to finally turn green. Finally, after what may seem like literal years of screaming children kicking the back of your seats, fighting in the back seats, other cars honking their horns, fellow passengers screaming, and just general negativity, the signal finally turns green and traffic starts to move. This glorious experience, this routine part of traffic commuting, was brought to you courtesy of the traffic light. So what exactly is the traffic light? Where did it even come from? These questions and more are the topic of today's video, so stay tuned. So what exactly is a traffic light? A traffic light can be defined as the following: a signaling device used to control and manage the flow of both pedestrians and vehicles at pedestrian crossings, intersections, and other road locations. They typically consist of 3 signal lights, each a different color, and each color having a different meaning. Red being the sometimes soul-crushing signal to stop and remain stopped no matter how long it takes. We've all had that light and realized, oh shit, well, I'm gonna be here for a while. Yellow, or apparently sometimes amber, this being the warning to slow down as the red light is coming. Although let's be real, this is probably when you hit the gas trying to make it through before the light changes red and you don't get stuck there. But again, in theory, it's supposed to be a warning to slow down and prepare to stop for the red light. And of course, last but not least, we have everyone's favorite, green. This being the signal to begin driving and continue on with your journey. Unless, of course, that journey was leading you to a job that you hate, or to meet dreaded in-laws, or just any general negative experience, in which case you were probably savoring every second of that red light. And I feel bad for you, but nevertheless, the light is green and you're going to have to continue that journey, dear soldier. So fly, fly. Origins. Who exactly created the traffic light? Where did it come from in the first place? Well, to answer these questions, I must talk about 5 men in particular. The first being J.P. Knight, short for John Peake Knight. Mr. Knight was a British railway engineer. His particular version was installed outside London's House of Parliament on December 10th, 1868. This manually operated signal version resembled a railway semaphore. In addition, it used red and green lights at night or in times of inclement weather in particular to help better control traffic, being manually operated by police officers, of course, with the arms down at a 45-degree angle and maybe the green light on. This was a signal to proceed with caution, and with the arms out and maybe the red light on, this was a signal to stop completely. Mr. Knight's light did not last that long, however. Remember those red and green lights that I just told you about? Yeah, those were gaslit, meaning that his version literally exploded the very next year in 1869. Now, I can't imagine Parliament being too thrilled about that. Don't really think they were doing the happy dance on that one, after his light literally exploded on their property, probably injuring people. Secondly, we have Lester Wire, a traffic officer who later made detective in Salt Lake City, Utah. His wooden model traffic light, yes, I said wooden model, was manually operated like J.P. Knight's, having been built while he was head of the Salt Lake Police Department's Traffic Bureau. It was installed in downtown Salt Lake City in 1912. Although his invention faced curiosity and even disapproval for some reason, because why not? You always gotta have haters. It was eventually accepted by the public, because why wouldn't it be? Fun fact, his version was a wooden box pretty much, with a red and a green signal light on all four sides. The third, James Hogue, actually patented an electric version in 1913 that was installed in Cleveland, Ohio in 1914. This system again used red and green lights and was manually controlled with the words stop and go added to it. In addition, it included a buzzer to warn drivers to slow down because the light was about to turn red. I wonder if they do the same shit people do nowadays and just drove faster to try and beat the light. What do y'all think? The fourth, William Potts, a Detroit police officer. Wow, cops really like to invent traffic lights, didn't they? He was the creator of the first three-colored four-way system in 1920. It was Officer Potts who added the yellow light warning of the impending change to red. It was also probably about this time that the first douchebag appeared trying to beat the light. I can just see it now. Wait, what? This yellow light's about to turn red? Nope! And thus began the tradition. And the fifth, Garrett Morgan, an American inventor, community leader, and businessman. He's the one who created the automated version we know and love today. He also patented and sold his version in 1923 to General Electric Company for $40,000. By my math, that's almost $749,000 in today's money, which, regardless, is absolutely nothing compared to what General Electric Company has made off his invention since then. But why? Why create traffic lights in the first place? The traffic light was created in the mid-19th century to improve safety and manage traffic flow as cities became more crowded and industrialized. The streets were filled with pedestrians, the newly created automobiles, and yes, of course, still the traditional horse-drawn carriages. All this congestion led to frequent accidents, which is no surprise because today's traffic leads to frequent accidents. Not much has changed apparently. And as you can imagine, chaos at busy intersections. Again, repeating my point. So naturally, a solution was needed. The traffic light has had a major impact on society, as one might imagine. Its creation has shaped how transportation systems work at a fundamental level, molding how they operate and adding to urban planning, efficiency, and most important, public safety. As I say in all my videos, a technology like this is bound to have many uses. In fact, the following are 5 very common uses of traffic lights. Number 1, regulating vehicular traffic at intersections. Keeping with its original purpose, even till this day in 2025, they are still managing traffic flow at busy intersections. Don't believe me? Go literally anywhere in any decent-sized city or county or even suburb. Spin in a circle if you want. What are you going to see at every 4-way intersection you can think of? There are 4 traffic lights regulating the hell out of the flow of traffic. Number 2, pedestrian crossings. Lights with pedestrian signals provide right-of-way crossing opportunities for pedestrians. Keyword, right-of-way crossing opportunities. I'm looking at you, speed demon, or you impatient driver, or especially you, the one that's not paying attention because you're on your cell phone texting and you're about to hit that pedestrian in front of you. That big traffic light right there, those signs, that means stop and let the people go first. Number 3, freeway on-ramps. Ramp metering versions are commonly used to regulate the entering of highways, and for good reason. If you're about to merge onto the highway and you see that light in front of you, that's what I'm talking about, ramp metering. Number 4, railroad crossings. Specialized versions, often having 3 red lights, are used at railroad crossings to help warn drivers of an approaching train. These lights, plus the obvious sounds of the train approaching, are pretty hard to miss. These lights, however, are a very important safety feature, unless of course your idea of a good night out with the fellas is being hit by a train. Then do you, I guess. Number 5, school zones. The lights near school zones typically include reduced speed indicators, usually 20 miles an hour at maximum, and of course flashing lights and signals. Very hard to miss. Obviously, the creation of the traffic light comes with both benefits and drawbacks. Let's take a look at a few of each now, shall we? First, we'll start with 5 benefits the traffic light has gifted society. Number 1, enhanced road safety. Traffic lights definitely do reduce the likelihood of accidents, believe it or not. They do this by making it crystal clear when both pedestrians and vehicles should yield, stop, and go. All humans on both sides have to do is pay attention and act accordingly. And I know I just said pay attention, but I promise you attention is free, unless of course you're involved in an accident because you didn't pay attention, in which case you'll be paying hospital bills, or paying higher insurance rates, or paying tickets from cops. In other words, just take advantage of the benefit that the traffic light offers and you'll be okay. Number 2, and this is one of the bigger benefits on this list, facilitating emergency movement. The traffic light systems now can adjust their signals to prioritize emergency vehicles. This in turn should clear the way for police officers, ambulances, and fire trucks alike, allowing them to respond to whatever emergency they are en route to faster and hopefully save lives and property. Now I say should because I've seen way too many times an emergency vehicle is coming. Most vehicles will pull to the right. You'll always get that one douchebag that just stands there not paying attention or tries to speed around the emergency vehicle. Don't cause a second emergency. Just move to the right. If you can't, fine, stay in place. But the moral of this story is the traffic light is designed for humans to help the emergency vehicle clear a path so that the emergency vehicle can get to that emergency faster. Help with that process. If you're the one needing the emergency service, you would want someone else to, wouldn't you? Number 3, equal access to all road users. Although it may not seem like it sometimes, traffic lights do help ensure fairness. They do this by giving pedestrians, vehicles, and cyclists in all directions designated times to proceed and times to wait. Again, all that's required of the humans is to pay attention and act accordingly. The light's going to do its job. Number 4, educational and training value. Traffic lights are absolutely critical for both traffic rules and road safety to new cyclists, pedestrians, and drivers. It is very common, at least from what I've seen, to have simulations using traffic lights in driver's education programs. Number 5, encouraging obedience to road laws. This is a benefit, believe it or not, this is a huge benefit. Traffic lights help reinforce compliance with traffic laws. This also helps encourage discipline, which in turn reduces reckless driving driving accidents, and incidents of road rage. You think your morning commute is bad now, just imagine if your light turned green and then it was just like the Wild West. It could be worse. Okay, so we've taken a look at the benefits that traffic lights bring. Now let's take a look at some of the drawbacks. Number 1, traffic congestion. Malfunctioning and or poorly timed traffic lights can contribute to bottlenecks, especially during rush hour, as well as just having too many vehicles on the road at any given time, more than what the traffic lights are used to. This in turn creates delays and sometimes aggravation and frustration, especially when, let's say, a 15-minute commute home turns into 3 hours. Yeah, I'd say that probably conjure up a wee bit of aggravation or frustration. Number 2, disruptions during power outages. Being dependent on both electricity and local grids, when the power goes out, so do they. Where you live depends on how frequently this happens. It can only happen during severe storms or, could just be Tuesday. Because people are stupid, this can definitely create chaos at lights and intersections alike. Of course, that being without backup systems in place. Number 3, vulnerability to malfunctions. Malfunctioning traffic lights, such as being stuck on red or green, for example, can create issues. These can lead to accidents, in fact, many accidents in seconds if it's bad enough, or at the very least, drastically increase the risk of them. Number 4, being inefficient in low traffic areas. We all know these areas. We've all fallen victim to these areas, like prey to a predator. These are the areas where there is little to no traffic, and yet vehicles are still forced to stop, even when there isn't a vehicle in sight. When you're the only car on the road, yet you're still forced to stop. And then, of course, to make matters worse, let's just say you got that broken light, that malfunctioning light, which always seems to happen. This light will stay red so long that you'll literally have time to do your taxes, update your will and testament, update your 401k, call customer service about an issue, and actually wait the length of time on hold it takes to get past the AI and actually talk to a person, get the issue resolved, and you still have time to spare. This obviously contributes to wasted fuel, time, and patience. Can you tell I've been in this situation before? And number 5, negative impact on local businesses. Outdated and or just poorly designed traffic lights can and often do create congestion around commercial areas. This can block customers from visiting and benefiting local businesses, such as restaurants, for example, in turn causing a dip in profits, and if the restaurant has servers, causing them to basically work for free. And we all know how much they love that, especially when the manager won't cut, knowing damn well they're not going to get busy. 5 future uses for traffic lights. Traffic lights, like most other pieces of technology, will evolve in the future. Let's take a look at 5 ways they are expected to upgrade and evolve in the future. Number 1, pedestrian and cyclist detection. Traffic lights of the future very well may detect the presence of cyclists and pedestrians. Using sensors, this will ensure they receive the right of way when crossing. This will also allow them to skip the wait time, if there is any. That's cool. Number 2, V2V communication. In the future, and by the future I mean any year past 2025 when I'm making this video, vehicle-to-vehicle communication could exist, meaning vehicles could share their status and intentions with each other and with the traffic lights up ahead. This in turn will make timing of the lights more efficient and again reduce accidents. All this would be done via a fourth white signal light. Number 3, colorblind friendly signals. This one in particular I found very interesting. Future traffic lights could be colorblind friendly. They could use enhanced colors and or include symbols for colorblind individuals. Not sure what these symbols would be, but these were my best guesses. This would ensure safety and accessibility for all road users, as well it should. Number 4, augmented reality for navigating traffic. Traffic lights could be upgraded using augmented reality. They would display real-time warnings and or directions and the status of the upcoming light in front of the driver on the windshield of the vehicle via an AR app. This, in theory, would provide drivers with a safer, more efficient experience. And number 5, last but certainly not least, wireless charging for electric vehicles. This is a kick-ass idea in my view. Future traffic lights would include charging capabilities. These of course would be for EVs. They would actually charge the battery while the vehicle waits at the stoplight. This would do wonders for the vehicle's range, and it's just some straight up video game shit if you ask me. I like this idea a lot. And there we have it, folks. Traffic lights in a nutshell. Most of us see them every day, and now we know all about them. If you like the content of this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, as it's going to help me grow the channel, and I definitely would appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for my next video. This time I think I'm going to do it on fire. I'll call it an adaptive technology. Why not? Anyway, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. See you in the next one. Goodbye.